Hello students, welcome to all in the social science class once again. My dear students, in previous module we have studied about some important waterways in our country. Today we are going to discuss about the airways, communication, international trade and tourism. Dear students, let's now discuss about airways. Airways is the fastest, most comfortable and prestigious mode of transport to cover difficult terrain like high mountains, dreary desert, the dense forests and then oceanic stretches, or you can say long sea routes. The northeastern part of the country is an ideal place to travel in a helicopter because the geographical features consist of a big rivers. So we are talking about Brahmaputra, then dissected relief. Dissected relief means in उबड़ खाबड़ जगह, dense forest यानी घने जंगल and frequent floods यानी continuous floods and international frontiers means international borders. So these are some major challenges that lie in front of transport industry. Therefore, air travel has made access easier. Dear students, the air transport was nationalized in 1953. On the operational sides, Indian Airlines, Alliance Air, private scheduled airline and non-scheduled operations provide domestic air services. International air services are provided by Air India. One of the air service, that is Pawan Hans Helicopter Limited, provides its services to ONGC means Oil and Natural Gas Corporation in its offshore operations. So, the students, offshore refers to a location outside of one's national boundaries, whether or not that location is land. It also provides its services to the area of oil in difficult terrain like the northeastern states and the interior parts of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Indian Airlines also extend its services to the neighboring countries of South and Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Dear students, as we know that the air transport is very costly and it is not within the reach of the common people. So special provisions have been made to extend the services to the common people only in northeastern states. Dear students, let's discuss about the communication. From the very beginning, as the human appeared on the earth, they have used different means of communication. In earlier time, when language was not developed, human beings used to communicate through different type of voices, making signals and drawing the symbols, etc. But communication has changed rapidly in modern times. In present era, long distance communication is much easier without physical movement of the communicator or receivers. सपोज आप एक रूम में बैठे हो, आप यूएस से बात कर रहे हो, इंग्लैंड बात कर रहे हो, तो आपको कहीं जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. विदाउट एनी फिजिकल मूवमेंट आप इजीली कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हो. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट कम्युनिकेशन, वी आर रेफरिंग टू बोथ personal as well as mass communication. So the modes that come under the personal communication, that are phones, email, fax, etc. And the modes that come under mass communication includes television, radio, press, films. Indian Postal Services is another mode of communication. It handles parcels as well as personal written communications. Mails through post are of two types, first class mail and second class mail. First class mail includes cards and envelopes, whereas second class mail includes book packets, registered newspapers and periodicals. These are carried by land and water transport. Dear students, for quick delivery of mails in large towns and cities, 6 mail channels have been introduced. These are Rajdhani channel, Metro channel, Green channel, Business channel, Bulk mail channel and Periodical channel. Dear students, India is one of the largest telecom network in Asia. If we talk about the telecom network, then more than 2/3 of the villages in India have already been covered with STD telephone facility. The government have provided 24 hours STD facility to every village. To strengthen the flow of information, government have fixed a uniform rate of STD facilities all over India. मीन चाहे आपने हिसार फ़ोन करना हो या दिल्ली करना हो, सेम रेट इज़ फिक्स्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट. सो डिस्टेंस के हिसाब से रेट फिक्स नहीं किए जाते थे. So Indian telecommunication industry are telephone, internet, television and broadcast industries. Now, space technology has a major role to play in the development of communication technology. With the help of communication satellites, we are able to communicate with other people in real time. Many common everyday services such as weather forecasting, remote sensing, GPS system, satellite television and some long distance communication system critically rely on space infrastructure. Therefore, space technology has major role to play in the development of modern communication. Mass communication provides entertainment and it also creates awareness among the people about different national programs and policies. Mass communication includes radio, TV, newspapers, magazines, books and films. In our country, All India Radio broadcasts a variety of programs in national, regional and local language. Nowadays, I think you know very well, like Man Ki Baat. Dear students, Doordarshan, that is the national television channel of TV channel of India, is one of the largest terrestrial network in the world. मीन्स दूरदर्शन इंडिया का नेशनल चैनल है और वर्ल्ड का लार्जेस्ट कम्युनिकेशन नेटवर्क चैनल है. दूरदर्शन ब्रॉडकास्ट इज अ वैरायटी ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स फॉर एंटरटेनमेंट, एजुकेशन, स्पोर्ट्स फॉर द पीपल ऑफ डिफरेंट एज ग्रुप्स. Dear students, in our country, a large number of newspapers and periodicals are published annually. These are of different types depending upon their periodicity. यानी कुछ पेपर मैगजीन्स 15 डेज में, कुछ मंथली आते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एम्प्लॉयमेंट पेपर, इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स एक्सेट्रा. इन आवर कंट्री न्यूज़पेपर्स आर पब्लिश्ड इन मोर देन 100 लैंग्वेजेस एंड डायलैक्ट्स. इंडिया में न्यूज़पेपर अप्रोक्सीमेट 100 लैंग्वेज और बोलियों में प्रिंट होते हैं. द लार्जेस्ट नंबर्स ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर्स पब्लिश्ड इन आवर कंट्री आर इन हिंदी, followed by English and Urdu. Except this, India is also the largest producer of feature films in the world. We also produce short films, video feature films and video short films. In our country, the Central Board of Film Certification have the authority to certify both Indian and foreign films. Dear students, let's now discuss about the international trade. Do you know what is a trade? The exchange of goods among people, state and countries is termed as trade, and market is the center of trade where such exchange takes place. So what is the meaning of international trade? When two countries conduct trade, we call it as international trade. On the other hand, local trade is carried in cities, towns and villages, whereas state level trade is carried between two or more states. And finally, we have international trade that exists between two countries. Now what happens in international trade is that capital, goods and services are exchanged. Advancement of international trade is an index of economic prosperity of any country. Because the resources are limited, no country can survive international trade goods or resources possessed by one country are required by other and vice versa. So these differences also create conditions for international trade. Next point is foreign trade has helped India to improve its productivity of the manufactured goods. International trade contributes to India's economic growth, raising income levels of people. In recent years, exchange of information and knowledge has benefited in greater exchange of goods across states and countries. So we can say that international trade is also known as the economic barometer of a country. यानी इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड एक कंट्री की इकोनॉमी की डेवलपमेंट का साइन होती है. Export and import are the two components of trade. So if our country exports means selling a products and importing means buying other products from the market, and the balance of trade is the difference between export and import, and it is of two types. First one is favorable balance of trade and the second one is unfavorable balance of trade. So what is favorable balance of trade? Dear students, when the value of exports exceeds the value of imports, then it is known as favorable balance of trade. On the other hand, if the value of import exceeds the value of exports, then we can call it as a unfavorable balance of trade. India has trade relations with all the major trading countries that live in all the geographical regions of the world. Though India's trade with almost 141 countries in the world. Have a look at this map. Here are the top 15 and top 11 countries that are resources for India's exports and imports. Our country exports gems and jewelry 17.02%, chemical and related products 12.06%, agricultural and related products 8.64% in year 2016 and 17. The commodities that we import are petroleum, crude oil, metals. We also import electronic items. How most of the international trade is carried through sea routes. Now, international trade has undergone tremendous changes in the last 15 years. Exchange of commodities and goods have been easy and efficient with the help of information and technology. Information technology is usually referred to the combination of computer and communication devices. Export and import orders placed in an electronic documents have replaced papers and receipts which conducts the business with no hassle. Technology helps business expands around the globe and knowledge expands market presence of particular product. Together with information, technology and knowledge, global market trade with each other at a much faster rate as compared to 15 to 20 years back. So our country has emerged as a software giant at the international level and earning large foreign exchange. Now we will discuss tourism as a trade. In recent years, tourism has become or grown as a major industry. The percentage of foreign tourists arrival is continuously increasing in India and contributed rupees 1,35,193 crores of foreign exchange in 2015. And the reason is simple. It is due to India's geographical beauty and the social and cultural diversity that attracts many tourists on the globe. The amount of foreign tourists coming to India has almost increased 5 times in the last 20 years. Tourism is providing employment more than 15 million people directly or indirectly. Now foreign tourists visit India for the following reasons. The first one is pilgrimage tourism. Initially, the rules of tourism in India could be traced to pilgrimage. Places of pilgrimage are usually the most visited place by foreign tourists. India is the most popular destination in pilgrimage tourism because it is a land of many religions like Sikh, Muslim, Christian, Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism. The second one is eco tourism. Now, this kind of tourism usually involves visiting national park, wildlife sanctuaries, tribal communities, flora, fauna and other undisturbed natural areas. Its main purpose is to educate travelers, respect culture and spark the ideas of preserving nature. So ecotourism is also known as sustainable tourism. The third one is adventurer tourism. India is a tropical country. Tropical climate are a big craving for people residing in a country that are in temperate zone. I am talking about the countries in North America, Europe and East Asia. For them, India is a perfect destination for beach vacations and another adventurer activities. The fourth one is cultural and heritage tourism. Now, this tourism totally focuses towards the country or regional culture in terms of lifestyle, architecture, art and craft and other elements that shapes in our life. India's rich heritage can be seen in various temples, palaces, monuments and forts that are found everywhere in the country. The fifth one is medical tourism. The primary reason that attract medical value travel to India is cost effectiveness and treatment from reputed facilities at much lower costs. Foreign patients travel to India to seek medical treatments at about one-tenth of the cost of the similar procedures in the developed countries. It is basically reduced cost. The availability of the latest medical technologies and international quality standards that is attracting many foreign patients to India. And the sixth one is business tourism. Foreign business travelers visit India to attend business meetings and international conferences. This tourism aims towards bringing different business groups for collaborating and innovating new ideas. Usually, business meetings or conference involves accommodation, means transportation and entertainment. Hence, the business tourism industry earns the revenue through these services. Even the seen many international convention centers in cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, etc. They host meetings, conferences, exhibitions, talks, everything that focuses towards investment, tourism, exposure, etc. If we talk about tourism as a great opportunity, then there is a vast potential for the development of tourism in all parts of our country. Government are making efforts to promote different types of tourism for this upcoming tourism. So dear students, today in this module we have studied about airways, communication, international trade and tourism. All these play an important role in the growth of our economy, of our nation. Thank you. Stay blessed. Stay happy.